From just outside the nation's capital inside Independence High School in Ashburn, Virginia, it's the championship finals of the 2024 CLAW Invitational, where today the Enforcers square off against the Cradle City Cicadas. Hello and welcome to the broadcast. I'm Shane Sparks alongside four-time All-American Mike McMullan. Mike, if you like action, scoring, and urgency, you will love CLAW.
That's right, Shane, and the whole premise of what we were about to experience is that very fusion of those concepts. We're excited to see more action, more activity, no stalling, and a lot of points in a very short period of time.
This has been in the making for a couple of years, and they got some really cool rules, some intricacies in the sport of wrestling. There you see the pylons, some really cool rules that, again, promote action.
Exactly, Shane. Basically, what CLAW is looking to do is take the best elements of folk-style wrestling and freestyle wrestling, fuse them together in an innovative new format, and incorporate new concepts like the quick score bonus, where you can get an extra point for scoring within the first 15 seconds of a round, and the highly popular and creative pylon point, which you can see there on the exterior of the mat. It gives the bottom wrestler an opportunity to score more points outside of a traditional escape and reverse, and it's a really fun new dynamic to the match that we're really excited to look at.
There you see the lineups for the Enforcers. Their GM is Cayden Henschel, and the Cicadas, their GM Billy Baldwin. 8 matches, and with a closer look at these matchups, let's send it to Mike Malinconico along with Wayne and Zach Beaver.
Thank you so much, Shane. I'm here alongside Zach and Wayne Beaver. Guys, I'm super excited to be here at the CLAW Invitational. I got to tell you guys, now, Zach, first of all, you spent a good portion of yesterday watching a bunch of these matches. Rule set's a little bit different, right, than we're used to at a college or international level. Tell me a little bit about what your initial thoughts are of the rule set itself.
Yeah, certainly, Mike. Excited to be here, and I'll tell you my first thought was that just earlier in the Conti semis, I looked away for 3 seconds, and I think I missed about 3 points. That total match almost combined for 30 total points, and it came down to the very end. So I'm telling you, this is a fan-based experience, and it is just flat-out exciting. It's
one thing that, look, let's be completely honest, right? One of the things, to me, that we've been missing in the sport of wrestling is taking the fans into consideration in rule set, in the forum, and all these things. So I think one of the things that we're trying to accomplish here with CLAW, and forgive me if I'm wrong, I'm sure Tom would agree with me, is they want to put on a show that everyone can stay engaged with, okay? Look, not just wrestling purists, we're trying to bring in casual fans as well. One of the things that we're trying to do with bringing in casual fans, Wayne, is really kind of revamp the overtime system. Now, you got a chance to see some overtime matches earlier today. Tell me your thoughts on the overtime scoring.
I absolutely loved the overtime. Now, the thing is, it's like a 6 by 6 foot square, and they start from a locked position, and the first one out, but it's just perfectly set up for huge throws, and that's what I'm all about. I love that.
Yeah. Let's be honest, right? I love the way that it is scripted right to the center. We're going to get a winner, and we're going to get a winner quick. So there's none of this dilly-dallying around and figuring out who's going to win these matches. Now, we have 8 awesome matches going on here today, but we have a couple of them that we kind of circled here as really kind of standout matches. First and foremost, at 135 pounds, it's going to be Jett Strickenberger, and he's going to be taking on a Cuban, right? A Cuban guy that has come to America and trains here at ISU, okay? And his name is Reineri Ortega. Awesome freestyle wrestler, but does that play to the rule set here at CLAW?
That's a great point, Mike. And Ortega, the 2-time Pan Am gold medalist, I mean, we saw him we watched him wrestle yesterday, and he's bringing fireworks. But to your point, it is a different strategy, and there's different rules. So there's pylon points. There's strategic moves that need to be made in this, and you need to think ahead a little bit.
You know, one of the things that I noticed with Reineri and also Jett, they're very different styles of wrestling. Both of them obviously are lighter weight guys, but Reineri seems to be a far more explosive, faster pace wrestler. He's kind of try to stay on the outside. Now, the other end of the spectrum, Jett is a little bit bigger for the weight, like just his frame, right? So seeing him kind of hold and pull on a guy like Reineri might be a difference maker in this match. Wayne, how do you kind of see this match playing out in your eyes?
I mean, I mean, Ortega is a 2-time U23 world champ. So you could say old Jett's got his work cut out for him. But in this type of wrestling, this style of wrestling, I'm not going to get shocked if we see a 2-time U23 world champion go down.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right, 100% right. Because there were times yesterday where we saw NCAA finalists get banged for stalling upwards of 4 times per match, guys.
That's right.
Okay,
Loved it.
and he wound up dropping that match because he wasn't pushing the action, and that's kind of what we're trying to promote here. Action. Speaking of action, my goodness. Now listen, Daniel Lewis. I heard a ton of things from different coaches as I was coming to this event. They're like, Daniel Lewis been off the mat for X amount of years. I don't give a rip. This guy is
can't tell.
as good as he has ever been. It doesn't look like he has missed a beat. And he's wrestling for there's so much irony in this. He's wrestling for the Cradle City Cicadas. And he probably, with the exception of another Mizzou Tiger, Ben Askren, might have one of the best college wrestling cradles in all of wrestling. So, look, how excited have you been to see a guy like Daniel Lewis break down in a stance again?
Well, Daniel Lewis, absolutely a dog. You can't tell that he graduated, and he is perfectly fit for the Cicadas. I tell you right now, Logan Messer is going to have his work cut out for him at the 174 weight class. But, hey, to Wayne's point, the rules are different. So there's different strategies, so it wouldn't shock me to see an upset here.
Now, Wayne, you know what a hammer Daniel Lewis is in the top position.
Absolutely.
There's a couple of different things that I saw yesterday that I would do on a college wrestling mat that I would not do on a claw mat. Does this forum change Daniel Lewis's kind of game planning at all?
Maybe a little, but I don't think. The thing is, you got them pylons, and the initial reactions, pylons. What are you talking about, pylons in wrestling? I went around talking to every wrestler, and they actually love the pylons.
They love it.
And now I've watched it, and as a fan, I love the pylons.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I tell you what, it has brought a dimension of scoring into this sport that generally just hasn't existed in folk style wrestling. It's another way for a bottom guy to score a point, and I got to tell you something. I love the pylons. It's been again, I was skeptical, I'll be honest, right? I was skeptical at first.
Here.
Okay, but it has been awesome. Hey, that's going to bring us to our next and featured bout of the evening. I got to tell you something. 2 All-Americans going at it. Now, Zach Elam is as big and as bad as it comes, and he's wrestling Tay Gadali. Both of them All-Americans last year. How do you see this one going?
Well, that's a great question. I don't know how I see this going because they're both – I walked past both of them and just chiseled both of them. Absolute bulls. Yes. So I think we're going to have just an absolute dogfight. I don't know who I would pick in that, but I can guarantee you're going to see fireworks in that match.
Yeah, look, I got to tell you, they have wrestled before. I believe Elam got the best of them last time. But again, different rule set, different time. It was close, right?
10 years ago.
Different rule set, different time. Okay, and we asked Tay about it, or you guys did yesterday in the draft. And he's like, I'm grown now. This is a different dude that you're wrestling. And to his point, Wayne, is he big enough to deal with a guy like Zach Elam?
I think so.
Really?
I think so. But I tell you, the weird thing is, Mike, I went and talked to Mike or Zach a little earlier. And you think this guy he's a beast on the mat. Obviously, he's got a rough edge to him. Nicest guy I've ever seen in my life or talked to. Some of these wrestlers just know how to turn it on as soon as they step on that mat. And it's kind of cool.
Well, and I'll say this, there's motivation for them to step on the mat today because these wrestlers getting paid
paid
pretty nicely.
They are. So that's the last
Cha-ching.
thing that I want to talk about. Look, we got a paid league here going on, folks. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Here's how the money's going to be broken down. Quite simply, if you win your individual match tonight, you get $3,500 cash money. And if you don't win, if you lose your match tonight, that's $1,000 getting put in your pocket. Now, if your team wins, each wrestler gets a $100 bonus. Guys, sounds like look, it sounds like we got something in the works here, fellas, for some of these athletes to actually get paid for competing.
A $4,000 weekend payday for, and I'll tell you about the likes of Daniel Lewis. He might not spend much more than about 2 minutes out there on the mat, if we're being honest.
That's a pretty good.
That's a
ratio.
pretty good.
I
Mike,
like that.
I
per
can
hour
hear
pay.
college wrestlers out there right now screaming at their TV. Why did I know about this?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Look, I got to be honest, guys. It has been an absolute pleasure from every aspect of this, whether it be the production, whether it be this, the wrestling itself. It has been unreal. Now, we're about to get live here, so we're going to go head it back to Mike and Shane in the booth. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you, guys. I know you guys are excited. Of course, we are excited to call this action here this afternoon. It's a professional wrestling league. Some good money is on the line. How much do you wish you would have been having this opportunity?
It's incredible. I think it gives guys who graduate an opportunity to continue to participate in the sport, a good option to, compete at a high level after their college careers. It's amazing, and there's nothing like this that exists in the wrestling world today.
Let's look at the match formats. 4 rounds, a 5-minute match. Mike, this is a sprint to the finish line.
It certainly is, and CLAW wants wrestling to be more of a sprint and less of a marathon that we can see in some of the more traditional formats. The way they've structured it are 4 short rounds, and unless you pin your opponent or get a tech fall by getting a 15-point lead, you can win the match by winning the most number of rounds, similar to boxing. Each round's like a mini bout, so no more keeping things close and trying to win at the end. No more getting a lead and then coasting. CLAW wants action the entire match, and this format certainly accomplishes that.
Be sure to follow us on social media channels, on Facebook, X, and Instagram at @CLAW_wrestling. And of course, check us out on the web at www.wrestleclaw.com. It's the Enforcers and the Cicadas. Introductions are coming up next. The 2024 CLAW Invitational is brought to you by J.P. Morgan Wealth Management, Butcher Joseph and Company, Go Earn It, and by Beat the Streets Los Angeles.
So what are you thinking?
I'm thinking
About our honeymoon.
What about Africa? Safari.
Hot air balloon ride.
Swim with elephants.
Wait, can we afford a safari?
Great question. Like everything, takes a little planning.
Or put the money towards a down payment
On a ranch
in Montana?
with horses.
Let's take a look at those scenarios.
JP Morgan Wealth Management has advisors in Chase branches and tools like Wealth Plan to help keep you on track. When you're planning for it all, the answer is JP Morgan Wealth Management.
It'll be fun. I'll go like this. From Ashford, Virginia, inside Independence High School, the 2024 CLAW Invitational Finals. The Enforcers and the Cicadas, 8 matches in this dual meets. Let's now send it to our PA addresser, Mr. Kevin Hazard.
And wrestlers of all ages, welcome to the championship finals of the 2024 CLAW Invitation. My name is Kevin Hazard, and I'm your host for today's event. This is really a very special day. You're about to experience a preview of next year's 2025, the CLAW Wrestling League, the first real professional wrestling league. And I gotta ask you, do you think that wrestling deserves a quality professional wrestling league? I can't hear you. Do you think that wrestling deserves a quality professional wrestling league? That's more like it. Now we've got the finalists for today's invitational are divided into 2 teams, and after 2 teams that will compete in the CLAW next year, it's now time to meet our 2 teams. Our first team was drafted by social media influencer and Clash of Combat podcaster Cayden Henschel. Fans, get on your feet and let's give it up for the Enforcers. We really have to do a special shout out for the Enforcers mascot who wore that costume yesterday afternoon at George Mason University in about 105-degree heat. He was a 190-pounder yesterday. Today he's wrestling, he could wrestle 126. Now what's that sound? I haven't heard that sound for 17 years. What's the noise? Can you hear it? It's getting louder. It's closer. Has it really been 17 years? And our next team was drafted by entertainer, movie star, and lifetime movie or wrestling enthusiast Billy Baldwin. Let's make some serious noise for the Cradle City Cicadas. Okay, let's meet our wrestlers. First for the Cicadas at 135 pounds, Jett Strickenberger. College of West Virginia, he's a senior. He's got an international record of 18-6, NCAA qualifier, 2024. Opponent from Sancti Spiritus, Cuba, two-time U23 world champion, two-time Pan American gold medalist, Reineri Ortega at 135 pounds. Our next weight class is 144 pounds, and for the Cicadas, from Akron, Ohio, College of Missouri, Allan Hart. Four-time NCAA qualifier, he beat who was in the Olympics in 2024 and was the number 8 seed at 157. His opponent for the Enforcers is Domenic Zaccone. From Orlando Park, Illinois, he's from college, from Campbell, 2023 Academic All-American. And our next weight class is 153 pounds. From Naperville, Illinois, wrestled at University of Virginia. For the Cicadas, Keating. His opponent from Iowa State, who's now with the Cavaliers, Ian Parker, 112-39 in his college career, four-time NCAA qualifier. Now at 163 pounds for the Cicadas from Bethlehem, PA, and George Mason University, he's a sophomore, Maag. His opponent from Port Royal, Pennsylvania, College of West Virginia, he's a junior, Dowling. $174 from Blue Springs, Missouri. He graduated in 2019 from the University of Missouri. Four-time NCAA All-American. Daniel Lewis for the Cicadas. His opponent is from George Mason University from Norton, Ohio. He's a redshirt junior, NWCA Scholar All-American, Logan Messer. Moving up to 185 pounds, from Buffalo, New York. Wrestled in Buffalo, graduated in 2016. He's an assistant at West Virginia. 2017 U.S. 23 World Team Trials Champion. He's now the assistant coach at West Virginia, Muhamed McBryde. And his opponent wrestled for the University of North Carolina, graduated in 2023, 76-47 in his career, placed at the 2022 NCAA for the Enforcers, Lautt. And we're back to West Virginia for the Cicadas, hometown Cameron, West Virginia. He's a sophomore, four-time West Virginia State qualifier, two-time champ, two-time outstanding wrestler, Ian Bush, University of West Virginia. His opponent from the Enforcers, from the University of North Carolina, from Duluth, Georgia, two-time NCAA All-American, Ness. And now for the Cicadas at 250 pounds from Kansas City, Missouri. Graduated this past year from Missouri, fourth this year in the NCAA, Elam. I had Zach in my pool this year. Thank you, Zach. Maybe you brought me up, made me an All-American. His opponent from Campbell University, he's a senior, currently ranked number 9 for WrestleStats Point of the Year for the Enforcers, Cayden Henschel. And now I want to introduce Bridget Nessfield. She's going to be singing our national anthem. And if I could get everybody to please rise.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And now, would you please welcome with a big round of applause for today's honorary PA announcers, Emerson and Declan Rangel. And they're gonna wrestle, and they're gonna say, let's go.
Let's get ready to wrestle. Let's get ready to wrestle.
Thank you. Let's get going. Let's wrestle.
Two-time U23 world champion Reineri Ortega takes the net at 135, and a key showdown at 144. That's coming up next.
So boom, boom, boom. 3 points on the board for McCoy. Fast-paced, fan-focused, real wrestling, and it comes down to this for all the marbles.
Back inside Independence High School here in Ashburn, Virginia, the 2024 CLAW Invitational Championship Finals. It pits the Enforcers and the Cradle City Cicadas. First match, 135 pounds. There you see Reineri Ortega. He's from Cuba, training in Ames, Iowa with the Cyclone Wrestling Club, the two-time U23 world champion, and Jett Strickenberger, a junior college national champion in 2023, now at West Virginia, qualified for the national tournament this past March in Kansas City. Ortega and Strickenberger to kick things off at 135 pounds. You see the square mat, you see the pylons. This is going to be interesting, and it's going to be exciting, Mike.
That's right, Shane. We're going to see a lot of action right away. The shorter round format incentivizes that, along with a quick score bonus where you can get an additional point for scoring within the first 15 seconds of a round. That, coupled with the pylons, there's a lot of points out there. It's up to these athletes to go get them.
The mascots are here. Should be a lot of fun. I'm interested to see, Mike, a guy like Reineri Ortega. This guy is smooth and slick, freestyle wrestling, probably wants to keep this match on his feet. And a guy like Jett Strickenberger, folk style wrestler, should be a good matchup.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think the top-bottom format in rounds 2 and 3 is going to be really interesting. We'll see how Ortega responds, being predominantly a neutral wrestler coming from the international style of freestyle.
I'll be over there the rest of the way out, okay? All right, good luck. Right here.
First round is 90 seconds. 4 rounds, a total of 5 minutes. And if you score in the first 15 seconds, you get a 1 point for that quick score. Every period, if you score within the first 15, you get an additional point. That will not happen here in this first round. Front headlock position here for Ortega. Buries his head in the hole. And a quick stalemate. That is something you're going to see, Mike. A lot of quick stalemates and quick stall calls. It is action. It is a sprint. I compare it to a 100-meter dash to track meet.
That's right. The directive on the officials has been any break in the action should call quick stalemates, so no lags. Looks like Ortega's got really good position here with that far ankle. Let's see if he can convert it.
Good job there by Strickenberger. Potentially dangerous is whistled. Down to 50 seconds here in that first period. Jett Strickenberger from Colorado Springs, Colorado, was a 2-time state place winner at Ponderosa High School. Then won a junior college national title at Northwest Kansas Tech College before making his way to Morgantown, wrestling for Tim Flynn and the Mountaineers. There's a warning on Strickenberger. Back into that front headlock.
Ortega's doing a really good job of controlling the tie. Oh, great shot by Strickenberger. Let's see if he can convert this.
Inside of 30 seconds. Strickenberger with his head underneath that left knee of Ortega and back to their feet.
Ortega doing a really good job of getting that weight on Strickenberger's head, preventing him from going out the back. Really good work.
You want to score quick, and you want to, of course, close periods strong. We're down to 15 seconds.
Oh, deep shot.
job there by Strickenberger to neutralize the attack of Ortega.
Push out.
1 point, red, push out.
Good work by Ortega there to have good mat awareness and get that push out point.
First point.
And claw wrestling, we talked about it in the open, a combination of freestyle, folk style, a few more interesting rules to promote the action. Final seconds tick away in this first period, and with that push out point, Ortega will take round 1. And since he scored first, he gets the choice. He cannot defer. He's got to go up or down. Cannot go neutral. So he'll go on bottom. Curious to see how he does in that bottom position, being a freestyle.
Exactly. Yeah, you can see here on the screen the takedown and push out points are coming into effect. Pretty traditional within freestyle. We've got the neutral danger rule from folk style and feet to back, which is a freestyle concept as well. A lot of unique opportunities to score on neutral.
There is no riding time. Simply put, you ride a guy for the entire period, quick mat return right there, and then you get 2 points.
Exactly. We're not having the riding time concept where you have over a minute in aggregate. If you can stay on top for the entire duration of the round, you get 2 points, and it doesn't look like that's going to come into effect here as Ortega gets the 1, which is huge for him.
So he's 1-0 here in round 2, now leads this match 2-0. When you look at the score, that first column is how many rounds each wrestler has won. That second column is the score of this particular round, and then it's cumulative scoring on that far right, and that's where you see Ortega leading at 2-0. Final 10 seconds, rounds 2 and 3 are just 60 seconds.
And Ortega's hitting really nice after these first 2 rounds. Taking round 2 and up 2-0 on Strickenberger.
So he wins both rounds, 1-0. And now Strickenberger will go on bottom. Have not seen the pylons come into effect yet. You see the orange pylons. If you are on bottom and you knock one of those pylons over with your hand, that is a point.
Let's see if Strickenberger looks like he's going for the traditional escape.
We got 1.
And because he got that quick escape, he gets the 1 escape, and then the other points, because he scored in the first 15 seconds, so he's up 2-0, but he's even the cumulative score at 2 each.
Great re-attack, go behind by Ortega to tie it up at 2-2 in this round. And again, quick stalemates are going to be called by the referees here. They're not going to let folks hang out in positions. They want action, action, action.
Just 33 seconds left here in round number 3. Strickenberger looking to get this round. He can do so if he can escape and take the lead 3-2. There's a stall call on Ortega. So that is why Strickenberger gets the point and the escape. He's leading this round 4-2.
He's got to be smart here, got to keep to the center.
Good re-attack there from Strickenberger. Final seconds in this 3rd round. Late attack from Ortega. But Strickenberger hangs on 4-2 and gets the round.
Great job here by Ortega, getting up to his feet, but Strickenberger taking him down really quickly, keeping tight on that half Nelson, holding really good position on top.
So now in this 4th round, again a 90-second round, Strickenberger had the choice. And the reason being is because Ortega has a stall call. So Strickenberger gets the choice. If he makes the choice, though, Mike, it's going to cost him a point. Exactly. He deferred over to Ortega. So since Ortega deferred, it's going to go to the disc. It shows up green. Strickenberger will go on bottom. A lot of strategy as well here in CLAW.
That's right. Normally in this 4th round, if the wrestler elects to choose the position, they have to give up a point in doing so. So they're already starting the round at a deficit. Here that didn't come into effect with the coin flip, but something to definitely keep an eye on going forward.
Caution there on Ortega. And here we go, round 4. So it's that quick escape and then that quick score bonus point. So just like that, 2-0 for Strickenberger just 10 seconds into this 4th round.
A good left-handed high crotch, good defense by Ortega. Really good action, moving his feet, getting around the corner, getting that 2-point takedown to tie it up in this round.
I want to add this, Mike. The winners take home $3,500, and the winning team takes home an additional $4,000, $500 for each wrestler. So you take care of business today, you might be going home with a nice big-time check for $4,000. That's good money.
That's good cash heading into the summer months, and great opportunity for these wrestlers to make some money post-college in this professional-style league that we've got.
We'll see here if Ortega shows a little bit more commitment to the ride. He will not, wants to be on his feet. Gives that quick escape. So now Ortega trails it by 2, 4-2. You see Strickenberger leading this match 8-6. We're down to 30 seconds left.
And Ortega's been doing a really good job of getting to this front head position. He's converted on some, but Strickenberger doing a really good job of fighting the action and getting back up to his feet. They're close to this pylon and the out of bounds here. Looks like we will see a takedown from Ortega to tie it up.
And he knocks that pylon, so Strickenberger reclaims the lead 5-4. Put your seatbelt on, Mike. Should be a fun final 16 ticks.
That's right, Shane. If Strickenberger can hold on, he's going to tie it up on a rounds count, and that might force a sudden victory.
Every single point counts. If you win, it is 5 team points plus the margin of victory. So, for example, you win 10-5, you get the 5 for winning and the 5 for the margin of victory, 10 team points. Final 10 seconds. Couple of double unders there for Ortega.
Oh, he's going to get this. Really,
they scramble the final seconds. No points.
Great offense by Ortega, got in really deep, but Strickenberger doing a great job of scrambling. Looks like there's a challenge brick coming in from the Enforcers.
So with the challenges, a challenge cannot take any longer than 60 seconds. Again, they want to keep that action moving rapidly. An exciting final 15 seconds. Another glance at this scramble.
Yeah, Ortega going double unders, really good throw by. Looks like he's got the hip, but Strickenberger keeps the dive rolls going. Definitely calling into question whether or not Ortega was able to secure the takedown. There is no reaction time, remember, in claw wrestling, so looks like there could have been a window where he had both hips, but it's going to be close. It's like right. Ah, it's close, Shane.
Refs look at the video. And I do not believe there are going to be any points awarded to Ortega.
After further review, the call is confirmed. Stand.
Call is confirmed. We're 2-2.
No takedown. So now we are in the overtime, 30 seconds. Because Ortega's got the 2 stall calls, Strickenberger will now have his choice. It's an over-under body lock, and he'll get to determine which side. Also important, Mike, here, if it goes to 30 seconds, the first person to lose their grip will lose the match.
It looks like Strickenberger initiated the action there, but actually went out of bounds first of that smaller inner square, which is the new out of bounds in the overtime, with push-out rules coming into effect.
So now we have a brick coming in from the Cicadas side. And here's another look. You're right. That small circle, you want to stay in bounds.
Yeah, the goal of this this structure on the mat is to have this inner square be the new out of bounds within the overtime period.
You're in the phone booth.
You're in the phone booth, exactly. So you have to make quick decisions, and you gotta act fast. And it looks like Strickenberger was looking to be offensive there, but he couldn't quite get the momentum to generate the throw he needed to, which actually helped Ortega get that push out. Take another look at it. Looks like Ortega's foot might have gone out actually before the throw. So he might actually be out.
That's really interesting because the throw was initiated by Strickenberger, and that is important.
Look, you see Ortega's foot right there is out of bounds because Strickenberger's generating the action. Be curious to see what the officials saw here.
After further review, the call stands. Green winner. Green went out first. Green winner.
Call stands.
So here at 135 pounds, Reineri Ortega puts the Enforcers on the board. Highlights from this match here, 135 pounds. Some real good action. This one went back and forth, Mike.
That's right. Ortega did a really good job of dictating the ties, controlling inside, snapping into front head. But Strickenberger had really good mat awareness, was able to get some of these new points that were out there on the mat and actually come back and keep it close to force the overtime. We had a crazy scramble towards the end of round 4. But ultimately no points awarded. And then here in that smaller overtime square, we saw Strickenberger initiate the action, but ultimately didn't work out for him, and Ortega got the win.
So Reineri Ortega is your winner, 3 rounds to 2, and gets the 5 team points. 144 pounds, really looking forward to this showdown with Domenic Zaccone for the Enforcers, 3-time NCAA qualifier at Campbell, and Allan Hart for the Cicadas. '92nd first round. Allan Hart, state champion at St. Ed's High School. Then he went to Missouri, 4-time national qualifier, 2-time Big 12 finalist for Brian Smith and the Tigers. Good attack here from Zaccone.
Really good reaction though from Hart, getting to that funk roll. Both guys have the ankles. A lot of action, but no points. Good on both wrestlers there to get it back up to their feet.
Zaccone, 3-time national qualifier, all at 133 pounds for Scott Sentis and the Camels. 3-time Southern Conference runner-up as well. Single leg here from Allan Hart. And he scores the takedown. Hart leads it 2-0 and quickly 2-1 as Zaccone able to dump over a pylon.
Yeah, really good mat awareness there by Zaccone. Able to minimize the deficit and give himself an opportunity to tie it up if he can get the escape.
Allan Hart now is a teacher and an assistant wrestling coach at Allen High School in Texas. Teaches econ, right up your alley, Mike.
Yeah, and at Allan High School, I mean,
home of Bo Nickel. 17 seconds. Caution on Zaccone. Hart with the takedown. Zaccone knocking over a pylon. 2-1 score.
It's like another caution there on the bottom end. It's 2 right away. It's going to give Hart a point.
That's a point. So in folk style wrestling, it is a point on the third caution. Here, it's a point on the second caution. That's a really big point because with just 17 seconds left, an escape isn't going to do it.
Exactly. It totally changes the calculus for Zaccone. You can't just tie the match up by getting the escape. He's got to be a little bit more aggressive here and maybe look for reversal.
Allan Hart will finish the period on top, and he will take round 1, 3-1. Allan Hart with a nice takedown to get himself on the scoreboard, and Zaccone with good man awareness knocks over the pylon.
Yeah, really good attack by Hart, staying with it as Zaccone tries to flip him over the top and secure that takedown. But Zaccone, again, able to recognize where he's at on the mat and capitalize on those new pylon points.
So Allan Hart with the choice. Zaccone out of Orland Park, Illinois. 3-time state place winner there in Illinois. Fargo All-American in freestyle.
So it looks like there was some discussion about the caution.
So they took a point off the board.
Yeah, you'll see on the far right score that net score of the match. 2 cautions for Zaccone in that first period. Initially awarded a point, then waved off by the officials after further review.
Gets that quick escape, and then the quick score bonus as well.
There are neutral danger rules that are going to come into effect, so Zaccone's got to be careful. Really good work by Hart. Getting around, getting that takedown, and immediately throwing that cross body in.
Opening things up now 4-0 in this round.
Looks like a pylon point for the bottom man. That's 2 for Zaccone so far in this match.
I thought you had to hit it with your hand.
It's any part of the body. So again, if you're crafty and you recognize where you're at, you as the bottom man can hit that with your foot, your head, your hands, and get that point. What's interesting too is the top man can actually proactively hit that pylon over as well to defend against the bottom man.
Really good point. So if you are Hart in that situation, you could have knocked it over.
And now that's a 3rd caution from Zaccone, and it looks like now the points are going to start to come into effect. Hart goes up 5-1 in this round, 7-2 in aggregate for the match so far, which again comes into play for the team scoring.
And Allan Hart takes another round, this one 5-1. It is actually 5-0 on the team scoreboard. The team score indicated in the upper right. It is 5-0. Reineri Ortega getting the win at 135 pounds for the Enforcers. And Allan Hart looking to put the Cicadas on the board. Here at 144 pounds, he's up 2 rounds to nothing. Zaccone starting this period on bottom.
Yeah, even though Zaccone's been getting these pylon points, Hart's been doing a really good job on top, getting to that cross body he likes. Looks like he could get some back points here.
And near fall points. 1 second is 1 point, 2, 3, and 4. So he gets a 2 count, 2 near fall for Hart. As he strikes first here in this 3rd round.
That's huge. And again, if Hart can ride him out this entire period, staying on top, he gets 2 additional points.
Looking to crank him over again. He's going to get a 2 count, 2 more near fall for Allan Hart. This is so big in this dual meet format because every Every single point matters. Again, the winners, 5 points plus the margin of victory. And right now you see Allan Hart, 11-2 overall lead. He's going to win this round 5-0 and go up 3-0 in rounds. So this has been a very dominating performance up to this point for Allan Hart.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is huge for the Cicadas team score.
The Red Warrior, Allan Hart.
There's something about redheads that, they know how to wrestle. They wrestle hard. They're great teammates, and Allan Hart is really putting on a performance for the Cicadas group. Be curious to see what happens in this 4th round, and if there's an opportunity for him to get more points to help neutralize the gap a little bit that the Cicadas have.
Because Allan Hart is going to get the choice. And what happened, I believe, is that he deferred to Zaccone. Zaccone chose neutral, but it cost him a point. So that's why it's 1-0, 90 seconds in this 4th round. Slide by there from Hart. He gets behind Zaccone, and he gets that takedown, and he gets the quick bonus point as well. 2 takedown, and then the quick score bonus as well, and I think Zaccone got another pylon point. I mean, these points happen quickly.
Yeah, you look at Zaccone's total points of 4, and 3 of them have been pylon points, and in folk style wrestling, that's just not an element. So this would be a tech fall, but given there's multiple opportunities for the bottom man to score, it's creating more action.
I believe, Mike, it should be 3-2 because Hart got the takedown and the quick score bonus for the 3, and then Zaccone would have the 1.
Well, I think Zaccone actually had the choice going into the 4th.
That's right, you're right.
Because he is the losing wrestler. So in doing that, he elected to choose neutral, which gave Hart a point to start the match. So 1 point to start, 2 points for the takedown, 1 point for the quick score bonus, gets us to 4 points for Hart.
There you have it. 60 seconds left.
We're learning the scores as we go along.
Hart's been really good in his top position. He's been able to turn Zaccone a couple of times. Zaccone, another pylon point. I like Hart's hustle back to the center. I love the body language.
Yeah, I mean, Zaccone, he's down, but he's still working, and he's figuring out ways to score. Just hasn't quite been able to generate offense. His Hart's been really solid in the neutral position and on top, even though he's giving up these pylon points. He's getting to that crossbody really well. Also near ankle ride. That Mizzou style really coming into effect.
I mean, he was tough at Missouri. I always loved watching him wrestle, the 4-time NCAA qualifier for the Tigers. Just working hard in that top position. He's been active.
Zaccone's got an opportunity here. He can get his head to the inside.
17 seconds.
Another stall call on Zaccone, so point to Hart. I mean, Hart is just relentless with his pace and physicality. I mean, he is out there working every second. He's been relentless. He has not let up, and it's been constant pressure.
Exactly, and he could get a tech fall here. I mean, he's at 17-5 right now in the aggregate score. If he's aggressive, he could potentially get that, which could be nice for team point implications.
All 4 rounds go to Allan Hart. 17-6, so he wins by 11, and he gets the 5. So it'll be 16-5. Big match there from Allan Hart. He's your winner at 144 pounds, and as I said before, he was relentless every second of this match.
Yeah, just really solid in every position. You see him here on the top, just breaking down on that crossbody, getting some of those back points. Able to score a couple times from top. Really solid in neutral. Again, here with the crossbody, getting that hip over, additional back points. I mean, even though Zaccone was able to get some of those pylons, he was really struggling on the bottom to defend against the turns, and here with a great takedown.
Allan Hart, your winner at 144 pounds, and he is down on the mats with Mike Malinconico.
Allan, absolutely amazing match, dominant performance. Now, here's the thing, man. He got a little jumpy on bottom. Do you think he's seen you wrestle on top before?
He had to be nervous. Kept jumping 4 times. I'll take the points every time. Got to line up right.
Now, did the rules here change the way that you wrestled on top at all?
Man, I just kept the same mindset. Go up, scoring points, dominating, trying to put up team points up for the team. Get that extra $500 win bonus, baby.
Hey, congratulations to you and the Cicadas.
I think it's 11-5.
Big performance from Allan Hart after 2 matches. Cicadas out in front, 16-5. Just outside the nation's capital, the 2024 CLAW Championship Finals. Ashburn, Virginia, 16-5. The Enforcers strike first with Reineri Ortega, but Allan Hart tires out the scoreboard, puts the Cicadas out in front 16-5 as we turn the page to 153 pounds. The number 1 pick in yesterday's draft is Ian Parker. Ian Parker from St. John's, Michigan. Wrestled at Iowa State, was a 4-time national qualifier and a Big 12 champion for the Cyclones. And Jake Keating. Jake Keating wrestled at Virginia, where he was a 2-time NCAA qualifier, an ACC finalist. And Ian Parker, now an assistant coach at Virginia. Jake Keating training with the Cavalier Wrestling Club. So these guys, Mike, they know each other very, very well. They're good friends, and they told me, hey, we're going to go out and let this thing fly. It's fun. We're going to be competitive. Going to put aside our friendship for about 5 minutes.
That's right, and yeah, I think that's going to result in hopefully a lot of great action, good familiarity with each other, you know, training together, and I think we'll hopefully see some points here right away.
Jake Keating from UVA.
Round 1, 90 seconds. See if anybody can put points on the board in the first 15 seconds. You get that quick score bonus. Keating working a 2-on-1. Goes under hook. What was your mindset, Mike, when it came to scoring quickly and really setting the tone of the match?
I think it's great. I mean, if you can get ahead fast, set the tone against your opponent that you're not here to wait around and leave it to the refs or leave it to something else that happens, and you want to go out and get what's yours, it can just really change the outcome of the match for you. So I think the scoring here with the quick score bonus obviously incentivizes that even more, but the mental aspect of just letting the opponent know that you didn't come here to mess around and that you can score quick and often is just a great, great strategy.
There's a warning on Keating for backing up. Another stall call on Keating. Once they give you a warning, Mike, you got about 5 seconds to get to your offense. Another point here for Parker, so he's up 2-0. Parker gets the push-out point.
Yeah, the stalling is similar to being put on notice in freestyle, where the ref is giving you acknowledgement that you need to pick up the action, and if you don't, you're obviously going to be dinged, and you're going to be giving up points, and that's what we saw right there.
Inside trip attempt there from Keating, and 2 takedown here for Parker.
Yeah,
4-0.
With those inside trips, you have to really commit. And it looks like Keating there was not quite sure what to do, and Parker was able to grab that leg and convert into the takedown.
That was really interesting strategy there from Ian Parker. You only get that pylon point if you are on bottom. So sensing he was going to get that pylon point, Parker thought, I'm going to give you the escape. And then what he also did there was he got right to his offense. That was really good strategic wrestling from Ian Parker.
Exactly. Really good understanding of these new rules and recognizing, hey, if I'm going to give up an escape anyway, I might as well limit the deficit to 1 point versus giving up this pylon point plus the escape. Really, really good work. Good mat awareness.
So Parker takes round 1, starts second period. Keating getting a little bit high as he slides a left leg in, goes crossbody ride, and it's a point for Parker on the pylon.
And you could almost see during that effort to get the leg, and Keating was deciding how he can reorient Parker away from the pylon, but Parker really determined to get there, get that point.
Stalemate whistle, 28 seconds here in the second round. Parker up 2-0 in the round, 6-1. Overall match score. Looking for a cradle. Here's Keating.
Really tight cradle. Close to that pylon though. So he's got that. The officials are going to let him continue to work.
Parker defending the cradle well. Final 10 seconds as Keating looking to work him over, and they stalemate his whistle.
Really good job setting up the far side cradle with the cross body ride. Got it locked up really tight, but just wasn't able to quite convert it into back points.
I love the team scoring concept. Cicadas at the moment leading 16-5, but every single point matters. Your margin of victory plays in, so you can't just relax. I mean, get those extra points, help out your team. As I said before, the winning team's going to take home an additional $4,000. That's $500 a guy.
Exactly, and the rounds being shorter, you have more bursts of energy that you can use to get these points. So it just really, really incentivizes scoring. We're seeing that. We saw that last match with Hart, and so far with Parker, already having 7 points on the board after 2 rounds. He's doing a really good job.
So Keating will go on bottom here in round 3. Looks like Parker showing that optional start.
As a 2-0 lead going into the third period.
Now he's going to cover right side. Quick roll off the whistle. Nice job. It'll be the escape and the quick score bonus. But Parker comes right back in, gets in those legs and scores.
And also gets the quick score bonus because he scored within the first 15 seconds of the round as well.
Pile on. I mean, this is... It's madness, and we love it.
Now the quick score bonus comes into effect with a score within the first 15 seconds, but each guy can only capitalize on that once. So you saw there the escape from Keating and the pylon. He can't get additional points on top of both. It's only one, which is what you're seeing on the scoreboard here and having the 3 points.
So 2 takedowns in the period for Parker. He'll give the release, 5-4 here in this third round. Parker winning rounds 1 and 2.
And this is a big round for Parker. He's up by 1. There's 10 seconds left. If he can put this away, he's going to win on round count. And then can focus on the team points in that 4th round.
So now they will send both wrestlers back to their corners. And here is that opening flurry to begin the round.
Yeah, really quick escape from the bottom man, right from Parker to his offense for the 2-point takedown. Both, again, eligible for that quick score bonus because it's happening within the 15 seconds of the round. So instead of a traditional 1-2 exchange, it was a 2-3 exchange. Good job by both wrestlers capitalizing on that quick score bonus.
And Parker of the Enforcers. So Green has the choice. That is Keating. He's going to choose top. And because he made that decision, he gives the point to Parker, who leads it 1-0. 90 seconds here in this 4th round.
Yeah, and Keating's down by 3 rounds, so his only shot here is to get the pin. And he's done a good job of getting the legs in and getting the cradle locked up. Looks like he goes for it again. But yeah, he's got to work for fall or else he's going to be losing this match.
So Parker gets the pylon, gets that quick score bonus, and just like that, he's leading at 3-0, leads this match 15-7. If this match ended right now, it would be 5 points for the win, 8 points for the margin of victory, 13 points, and the Cicadas would be up 18-16. It's been a really even matchup. It's made it fun on the team scoreboard.
Absolutely. Yeah, we saw Hart do a really good job in that second match, putting a lot of points on the board. Parker's been doing that in this match. The first match was really tight going to that overtime, and it looks like we're going to shake out in a similar spot from the team scoring perspective, based on how this round's going so far.
They give a warning to Keating on top. Now they will hit him with stalling. It's a point for Parker as the former Cyclone adds to his lead.
16-7 on the total points.
Keating's like, are you kidding me? He is a beast on top, but you got to turn guys quickly. It's not about riding, it is about turning.
I have a sense Parker knows what he's going for after a couple of attempts on this cradle here. Let's see if he can maybe get some different top offense going from this crossbody.
And with these guys both training at Virginia, Ian Parker, I'm sure, is very familiar with Keating's work on top.
Absolutely.
23 seconds left in this fourth round. Parker looking to put the Enforcers back out on top. Quick escape. Single-leg attack. Can he finish it and add some more points? Yes, he can. 2 more. And Parker, in the final 12-13 seconds, gets an escape, scores another takedown. He's going to win all 4 rounds, 19-7, a 12-point margin of victory. You can put 17 points on the board for Ian Parker. That is called doing some work, Mike McMullan.
Absolutely. Yeah, really good all-around wrestling, dominated every position. You'll see here, doing a good job of getting to that tripod. Keating almost breaking down, but fighting on the bottom to prevent the fall from happening. Right here, Keating does a great job of getting that escape, but Parker really quick back to his offense, and we saw this a couple instances in the match, having that awareness to go to offense right away after we get to neutral. And right here again, Parker recognizing that opportunity, getting quick to that leg attack.
Ian Parker, phenomenal job. He just continued to light up that scoreboard. He's down to the mat with Mike Malinconico.
Ian Parker, absolutely amazing performance here. Now, listen, I got to tell you, probably the most intelligent usage of the rules that we've seen so far. You saw him start to climb towards that pylon. You gave him an escape before he actually got to it. Was that something that you thought about beforehand?
Yeah. So I've been at UVA 1 year coaching. With some of my guys last year were in the first event. So I watched their matches, and that seemed like a theme that kind of came up. And you know, a new rule set like this, really fun, really exciting, but there's gonna be little tweaks to it where you're gonna find little holes, you're gonna have to fill in those holes and all that stuff. So I think that's one that you kind of have to figure out, but yeah, I think it worked. And all kudos to Jett Keating. That guy's a brother of mine, like really close. We had an awesome talk before the event started, and yeah, it was just a great match. And
Look, it was a great match. However, I do got to say, you were known for top wrestling in college, right? But here's the thing. You were giving him,
right, give up 3 minutes of riding time. Don't you think? At least in a 5-minute match.
For sure, but you were actually pushing the pace a lot on your feet. Was that something that you kind of thought about walking into this?
Well, I'm familiar with Jake. We're both coach at UVA. We, train once in a while together and stuff like that. So I know he's got a really good leg. He's a little, stronger, maybe bigger than me, longer than me. So I know his best position's top compared to me. So I definitely, when I had the opportunity on my feet, I tried to take advantage for sure.
Awesome. Congratulations. Great job.
Thanks. Yeah.
Ian Parker, 17 points on the board as the Cicadas now trail at 22-16. 163 pounds. It's Caleb Dowling, wrestles at West Virginia, going into his 5th year. Coming off his first year as a starter this past season at 157, and he will wrestle Evan Maag. Maag wrestling at George Mason, an NCAA qualifier this past March at 165. MAG champion from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, wrestled at Notre Dame Green Pond, where he was a 5th place finisher on a couple of occasions. Dowling and Maag set to toe the line at 163 pounds. I love, Mike, this team scoring concept. I love it. 22-16, going back and forth.
It's amazing. There's so much variety in terms of what you can get from your team. You know, in folk style, we've got 3, 4, 5, and 6 points towards the team score. Here, I mean, the gap is 5 to 25, so every match is a totally different outcome.
That's one thing. I mean, in a college dual meet, for instance, if I beat you 1-0 or if I beat you 8-1, it's the same on the team scoreboard. It's just 3 points.
Exactly. Yeah, here it's a lot more nuanced. You're rewarded for those additional points, even if you can't quite punch through to the major level. You see here that there's opportunities to get incremental points at the pin level for the overtime victory.
So that pylon went over as Dowling got the takedown. So Dowling leading at 2-0. No pylon point there for Maag. Caleb Dowling from Port Royal, Pennsylvania, wrestled at St. Joe's Catholic Academy. He was a 4-time placer, won a state title as a senior, and doing a good job here on top with 25 seconds to go in this first round.
Absolutely. Not too atypical of a Pennsylvania wrestler to be good on top. Dowling's done a great job of breaking Maag down flat, really having heavy pressure forward on his toes right there. It looks like he's working for a tilt.
1 point on the stall.
And the refs are rewarding his effort with a stall call towards Maag and another point.
If you are Maag on bottom, it's bad optics laying on your belly, having your head on the mat. And because of that, stall and Dowling with another point. He takes round 1, 3-0. Maag with the choice. Or I'm sorry, Dowling with the choice because Maag got the stall call. And he goes on bottom. Dowling and the Enforcers looking to add to their 22-16 team lead. And there's going to be the pylon point and the quick score bonus. One quick point. And Maag holding his right shoulder.
1 point for the pylon, 1 point.
Yeah, it looked like that was irritating him after that first round.
Here's the good work on bottom, the urgency from Dowling.
Yeah, Dowling doing a great job there, getting that pylon point, getting out. You can see something's going on with Maag where that right shoulder's not feeling great.
Just outside the nation's capital, Ashburn, Virginia. There's Evan Maag, as I mentioned, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, the 2024 MAG champion for George Mason. Good to see him. Back center of the mat, quickly off the whistle, slides a leg in, right side. Reaching for that pylon. But I believe that was a situation where, did Maag knock it down?
Exactly. I think he knew they were heading towards the pylon. Dowling's already gotten some points there. Maag had the awareness to knock that pylon out of the way to prevent Dowling from getting that pylon point.
And when you're looking at a team score like this, I mean, all those little things over the course of 8 matches, they matter. As you know, Mike, I don't have to tell you, you're a 4-time All-American. It all matters. Every single second matters, especially in CLAW.
Exactly. It matters in freestyle, it matters in folk style, but in CLAW specifically, given the team element, it matters a ton. And you're seeing that come into effect in the first couple matches. We're seeing it come into effect right now.
Double boots for Maag, and because of that, a quick stall, or stalemate rather. CLAW style, every point counts, every round counts. Different ways to score, the quick score bonus, the pylon points, and don't stall.
I think the interesting thing too here is on top, they're looking for the top guy to get turns. So Maag's done a great job of controlling top this period. I think he's poised to get that 2-point riding point for being on top since the start. But anytime that he's not working to get that turn, they're calling stalemate and making him start fresh.
So the 2 points awarded to Maag, I believe, because he rode him the entire period. Continues kind of favoring that right shoulder.
I think what happened was Maag got the 2 points for riding, but Dowling did get some pylon points in that round. So even though he got the 2, I think there was an aggregate from the bottom man.
Came out on the mat. So, like you said,
CLAW's plans are launching the professional league in 2025, so still kind of working some things out a little bit. The officials, and you and I try to follow the action best we can, but there's a lot of injuries in this. Maag is just trying to get through this.
So a lot of good action here. Looks like Red hit that pylon.
Well, I think they gave Dowling the get the takedown. Inside of 30 seconds here in this third round, Dowling leading it 2-0 as they wrestle neutral. There is a takedown for Dowling as he reclaims the lead this round, 2-1. Mentioned earlier, led 2-0. That was in rounds.
And that pylon got knocked down as part of the neutral sequence, so they're reestablishing it, so it's still
in play. Dowling will finish this period on top and take the round 2-1, and now leads 3-0 in the rounds.
Yeah, really tough for Maag there. He had the lead. He was doing a good job of keeping good position, but Dowling with a really good takedown to take the 2-1 advantage in that round and go up 3 rounds to 0.
Dowling leading at 8-1. And as I said, Maag is trying to battle, and that right shoulder giving him some issues.
Yeah, it looks like it was really tied up. Gets that pylon point. But he's definitely still favoring that, and it's coming into effect in this match.
So Dowling goes on bottom. And gets that quick escape and the quick score bonus as well, so leads at 3-0.
Dowling's got to think about the 2-point opportunity. He's up 10.
Nice single leg, scores 2 more.
2 more, 5-0. 13-1 total.
Working for that cross wrist. Looks like he might be able to get a tilt here. Maag does a good job of blowing that wrist out, but Dowling's right back to it.
Gonna be 2 near fall points, 2 more. Now 15-1.
He's got to be thinking tech ball here. He's got 1 more turn. He'll get above that 15-point differential, which would automatically end the match.
You're right. He's got 35 seconds to work with here in this final round. Stall call on Maag, and that's going to be the tech fall, 16-1. So a tech fall in the 4th round for Caleb Dowling and the Enforcers. And Ian Parker and Caleb Dowling putting up a couple of big W's. And this is going to be 20 team points for Dowling and the Enforcers as they widen the gap on the Cradle City Cicadas.
Yeah, and start to finish, Dowling, a really good job in this match. You can see on bottom, good situational awareness, getting that pylon. Maag clearly not at 100% with that shoulder. But Dowling doing a good job forcing the action. Really good movement by these two wrestlers. You can see here again. And then Dowling just really good attack, far knee pick, running through Maag. Getting that takedown.
Dowling with a tech fall. He is down. Center mat with Mike Malinconico.
Dowling, that was absolutely amazing. Mat awareness, man. Okay, you went backwards with your right leg and kicked over a pylon while in a scramble. Where did you learn how to kind of navigate a wrestling match that way?
To be honest, it's been a long time. A lot of years wrestling, normal wrestling. I've also done this a couple times. So once we got over there, I didn't know how close I was to it. I saw it out of the corner of my eye, so I just swung my leg back. I guess my brain somehow in my foot. We're in line, and I hit it.
Unbelievable performance. Thank you so much, man. Great job.
The Enforcers win 3 of the first 4 matches. They lead the Cicadas 42-16. It is halftime here at the CLAW Wrestling Invitational.
Who in this industry is telling us their pants fell to the ground, or they killed 2 deer with their car, or they need to lose weight? Zach used to act professional and was almost reserved in his presentation. Now it's screaming and skits.
You better not watch BEG Wrestling. Tuesdays with Wayne. Fridays, live with fan call-ins, live instant reactions, exclusive interviews, and yes, even skits. BEG Wrestling on YouTube and Spotify now. Just watch at your own risk.
The sport of wrestling provides so many with a bigger purpose. Wrestling becomes a part of you. You're faced with so many challenges in the sport, but skin infections shouldn't have to be one of them. And that's our mission. Defense Soap was created out of the need to fight back, because we care about this sport, the families, the athletes, the coaches, and we want to continue to protect people from skin infections to keep you on the mat. And that's our goal here at Defense Soap, to defend what you have built.
Back here inside Independence High School, the championship finals of the 2024 CLAW Invitational. Tom Houck, one of the founders, on the mats. Halftime festivities. Let's send it over to Mike, Wayne, and Zach over at the desk, guys.
Thanks so much, Shane. Wayne, I got to tell you, just give me initial thoughts on the first few matches, please.
I fell in love with this.
Yeah.
I am dead serious.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just so much excitement. It's it didn't take me long.
Right. So, okay, here's what I'm thinking about. The strategy involved with some of these different athletes was really kind of off the chart. It brings in another level of kind of strategy and just intellect of wrestling. What do you think about that, Zach?
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, Mike, you got to see all this new strategy in CLAW wrestling kind of encompassed in the first match of this invitational with Ortega winning in overtime. He showed strategy, some pylon knockdowns, and we went into overtime. We got to see in the first ever match at the CLAW Invitational, it went to overtime, and that was an exciting ending.
Speaking of which, let's just check out the highlights from match number 1 here, Ortega and Strickenberger. So one of the things for me is towards the end of the bout when they were in the chest-to-chest position, I was really expecting Ortega to kind of have a little bit more offense to him, but it was Strickenberger that went and kind of went for everything and tried to throw him towards the edge, and he really came very close to stepping out Ortega just in doing that, yeah?
Yeah, well, you mentioned earlier how it wouldn't surprise you if Jett came out and gave Ortega a hard match, and that's exactly what we saw. Jett used that strategy, and Ortega experienced several stalling calls against him that almost cost him that match.
Awesome. So the next match that we had was at 145 pounds, or 44 pounds, excuse me. Allan Hart. Holy smokes, what an absolute hammer. He hasn't missed a beat since college either, huh, Wayne?
No. And I remember back in the college days where I thought, here's a national champ right here.
Yeah, no, look, he looked absolutely insane. One of the things I did see, though, was I think he was kind of working so hard on top to get a boot in and to go for a fall. He kind of neglected that he could have used some of those cross wrist stuff to just get some exposure points. Yeah, I mean, and again, here I am Monday morning quarterbacking this, but let's be honest, right? Like, you got to score points for your team here.
Yeah, well, and it's interesting because you saw the value in the variance of the wrestlers, with Allan Hart earning his team 16 points.
Yeah.
16 points to the Cicadas, which is their only win here in the first 4 matches. We're going to need to see a lot more out of that from the Cicadas.
So matches 3 and 4, we had Ian Parker, okay, and he comes out and he puts, he puts it on his opponent. And did you see that coming?
Yeah, well, he was the first pick overall. So we were expecting big things, but he looks sharp. He looks like he's in tip-top shape for him. It was a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, one of the things that impressed me so much about Ian Parker was his ability to score after giving up an escape, right? Just right on the legs as soon as he gave up escapes. Not to mention, giving up escapes intelligently close to the pylon. Did that surprise you at all?
Well, no, he adapted very quickly to this new style and format. The sense of urgency. You're right. There was just constant pressure coming out of Ian Parker. It was fun to watch.
Dude, okay, so coming up after the break, we have, first, I've been waiting, there are certain things that you kind of almost never get to see again. If a guy is done with college and then he decides not to wrestle in the international styles, sometimes you feel like, man, I would love to see that dude break down one more time. I'm telling you right now, Daniel Lewis is one of those guys for me. I'm just stoked to watch this dude wrestle one more time. Even if this is the last time he ever straps him up, Zach, I'm stoked for this kid to wrestle.
I have a feeling it's not going to be the last time, because if you see him walking around here, that man is all business here today, folks.
He's business. And he's looking to take home some serious cash here. Do you think the cash has anything to do with their decision to make a run at this thing?
Probably. I mean, they're just having fun. But you can't tell me the cash is not playing a role.
Absolutely.
And I tell you, it's one of them things where this is going to grow, and I'm excited about it, because you talk about wanting to see these studs continue their career. And what if they're not on the Olympic team? I still want to see them wrestle.
Heck yes. Well, that said, we have the founder of CLAW sitting next to Shane Sparks. Here we go with Tom Houck and Shane Sparks. Take it away.
Tom, it's been a great weekend of wrestling here at the CLAW Invitational. What's impressed you most about what we've seen this event?
Boy, a lot of action. The wrestlers really get after it. They know stalling is called quick, and so you got to finish your shots quick. You got to get after it. And we've had really very few stalling calls, because the guys it's aggressive and it's active.
Where did CLAW come from? This has been in the making for a couple of years.
So we've been working on it for 2 years. We decided that wrestling needed a real professional league, but we need to do it right. It needs to be quality. We need to look at other professional leagues, see how they do it, and then try to do everything right. So we never thought it would take this long in the prep, but we're 2 years into it, and we're launching next year, draft in the spring. The season starts next fall. And we're trying to do everything right, including like betting, fantasy, just everything that real professional leagues have. We want to make sure it's done right this time to give wrestling a real league.
Some really cool rules, some intricacies on the mat in CLAW. What's your favorite rule?
Boy, there's so many rules that little modifications that we made that actually make a big impact. But we've studied them extensively. We've tested them. I love the quick score bonus, especially for mat wrestling. The pylon points are a fan favorite for sure. Having to win the round really causes more action and activity than you'd have in a normal wrestling mat. And there's so many, but those are some of my favorites.
This has been a lot of fun. I've had a blast. Congratulations, Tom, on a great event.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
The second half of the 2024 CLAW Invitational follows this word from our sponsor.
The 2024 CLAW Invitational is brought to you by Spartan Combat. Top of the podium. And by Dowling Sports Surfaces.
What's up, Classic Combat? We are here.
Oh, I hate losing way more than I like winning, that's for sure. But I was throwing out like NCAA trophies and stuff.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Oh my God. Dude, you're saying that his wrestling is pretty mid?
It's trash. I won't even say mid.
There is a secret. There is a secret.
After 4 matches, 42-16, the Enforcers leading the Cradle City Cicadas. CLAW Invitational here in Ashburn, Virginia. As we turn the page, the next chapter, 174 pounds. Logan Messer for the Enforcers out of Norton, Ohio, was a state champion at Wadsworth High School. Wrestles at George Mason, a couple years left of eligibility. He's placed in the MAC conference a couple of times, and there's a bad man in Daniel Lewis. What a career in that Missouri singlet, a 4-time All-American out of Blue Springs. 4-time state high school champion, now a plant manager, leads a team of 100 guys in Elkhart, Indiana. But this guy, Mike, has still got some swagger, and he's still got some skill. And lots of it.
Absolutely, Shane. And you think about Daniel Lewis and his college career, it's defined by bonus points and more specifically pins. He's an amazing pinner. I think he's the #2 pinner in Missouri wrestling history. And if you look at the team score, getting a pin here could really bring the Cicadas back into this match.
Wasting no time, quick shut off the whistle, 2 takedown. And also going to get that quick score bonus. So just like that, 10 seconds in, Daniel Lewis leading at 3-0. You talk about pins, fitting that he's in the Cradle City Cicadas. This guy, 53 pins in his career. He told me I've at 45.
Yeah, he might be the mayor of Cradle City.
I like that, the mayor of Cradle City. You are right.
I might give him the key to the town after this match.
He was so tough in college, 4-time All-American. He was 4th 3 times. He was also 6th, just wasting no time. Shoots a high crotch, quickly switches off to a double, drives through and scores the points.
Yeah, just a ton of consistency throughout his college career. To get top 4 3 times is really tough, and he was up there with the best of them every single year.
Oh, look at this! Lewis in trouble on his back! And he fights off his back, but Messer made it interesting for sure.
Yeah, no points in that exchange, but Messer, really interesting way to force the action and get Lewis off guard and almost in some trouble there.
Working on a Cradle. Daniel Lewis, one of those guys, all the tricks in that top position, getting that Cradle. He said one thing, guys are so focused on defending the Cradle, it opens up other things.
Exactly, and Missouri does a really good job, I think, as a team, of setting up the Cradle with near side ankle rides, cross bodies, so if you have the guy on bottom reacting in one way.
He wins the round. There's where he was in some deep trouble as Messer was working on a headlock and Lewis able to sneak out of it.
Yeah, really crafty move by Messer to set that up. Just kind of suck him back from his feet. Just couldn't quite get that head locked up and could have been a lot of trouble for Lewis.
Okie-chokie, Merkel position here for Messer. Messer's going to get some near fall points. And now he's going to sail in and look for the fall.
He's got plenty of time here. He's got 44 seconds to work with.
He's got this tight, going to cinch it up, and he gets the slap. A pin for Logan Messer. Who saw that coming, Mike?
The Enforcers team clearly is excited. I think a lot of us thought Lewis had this one after that first round, but just goes to show you anything can happen in CLAW, and a huge win for the Enforcers and for Messer.
As they say, Mike, that is why they wrestle the matches. He sinks in that Merkel, that okie-chokie position, and gets the fall.
Yeah, clearly comfortable here. He kind of got to a version of this in that first round, but was able to set it up really well from the top position. secures his back points, and doing this early in the round has plenty of time to readjust and settle in for that fall against an incredibly high-quality opponent in Daniel Lewis. That's a huge win for Logan Messer.
Logan Messer gets the first fall here in these championship finals. 25 more points on the board for the Enforcers. Logan Messer, the Enforcer, with Mike Malinconico.
Holy cow, that was really impressive. Now listen, give up takedown, getting ridden a little bit. What was going through your head there? Did you know you had to have a knockout punch?
No, you know, I'm always looking to score, and I'm dangerous on top. I've hit Merkel ever since I was a kid, so Coach Beasley gave me the okay, so I thought I'd send it. You got nothing to lose out here.
Bees gives the green light on that Merkel and then to the headlock. That's pretty impressive. Now look, you might have just put this thing out of reach. What does that mean for the team score for you?
You know, I'm just really happy my team supporting me the whole way. They had trust in me, so it means a lot to put them up.
Great job. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good job, bud.
Logan Messer makes it 67-16. A pin is worth 25 team points. That's what I love about this sport, Mike. That's why I don't make predictions, because I would not have picked Logan Messer, I'll be honest on that. But man, did he show up. And after 5 matches, the Enforcers now in control. 185 pounds for the Enforcers. It's Clay Lautt from Olathe, Kansas, wrestled at St. John's Academy, won 3 state titles before going to North Carolina, was a 2-time All-American. And today he draws Muhamed McBryde from Buffalo, New York. Made the U23 freestyle world team in 2019, competing in Hungary. He's now a coach at West Virginia. Logan Messer, I can't get past it, Mike.
I don't think, again, I think a lot of us had Daniel Lewis in that match, but Logan Messer did a great job of getting to his offense in the top position and putting that away with a pin. They have a huge point differential now for the Enforcers at 67-16 in the team score. It's going to be a tough hill to climb for the Cicadas.
3 straight wins, big wins from Ian Parker, Caleb Dowling, and Logan Messer for the Enforcers. No score, 30 seconds into this match here at 185 pounds. Shane Sparks, Mike McMullan, here Matt side inside Independence High School in Ashburn, Virginia, just outside the nation's capital. If you like action, scoring, and urgency, you love CLAW Wrestling. It's been a lot of fun so far today, Mike.
Absolutely. We've seen a ton of different matches unfold. We saw the pin the pass match. We saw an overtime match in that first session. A lot of points in between. There's just a ton of different outcomes you can get based on how this is structured, and definitely keeping us on our toes, that's for sure.
One thing I appreciate, too, is there's a lot of match strategy, decisions, tactical decisions.
Absolutely. We're seeing it come into effect a lot on the bottom, with the bottom wrestler getting these pylon points, some of the mat positioning, the quick score bonus, and how folks are attacking each round. A lot of things to consider if you're a wrestler on top of the normal course items.
This might be the only round today where we have not seen points on the scoreboard. So with no stall calls and nobody scoring, they will go to the disc. CLAW Wrestling looking to launch fall of 2025, these 6 teams. And as we continue to talk about during this broadcast, the modified rules, that combination of freestyle, folk style, creating action. The strategy is fun. And I think the other thing, you heard Mike Malinconico in one of the interviews talk about it, with that strategy and the decisions being made, the Monday morning quarterback aspect of this, like, man, where did he make this decision, where he could have done this, just a lot more goes into these decisions.
Absolutely, it's just multi-dimensional in terms of the match within the match and the match within each round specifically. Each round is basically a mini match, so you have to be really strategic for every point that you're going after. We see McBryde get on the board early with an escape in that quick score bonus.
Clay Lautt, 2-time All-American for the Tar Heels. honorable mention All-American in 2020. He was an All-American in 2022. The 2020 season captured an ACC championship as well. Down to 20 seconds here in round 2. McBryde in attack on 2 more. And he's up 4-0.
Really nice attack by McBryde. You see setting up with that left side underhook, anticipating the movement by Lautt and then attacking that far leg, using Lott's momentum to basically get the takedown for him. That was really crafty by McBryde. Really well done.
McBryde wrestled at Buffalo.
Caution red.
Caution on Lautt.
McBryde's currently the assistant coach.
Think about Clay Lautt. The match inside Reynolds at North Carolina State when he pinned Cayden Henschel.
That was an amazing win and an amazing movement, that UNC-NC State match. I think that was a really big coming out party for Clay Lautt when he got that win.
Stalling green. 4-1 to score. 1 second.
Stalling on McBryde, so Lautt is on the board. But McBryde will win the round.
So McBryde goes up 1-0 on the round. There was a tie in that first round, so nobody got the point. We're in round 3 here. Let's see if Lautt can tie it up.
Diving for that pylon and getting that quick score bonus. So 2 points on the board for Lautt just 4 seconds into this period. I just love the urgency. I mean, he shot out like a cannon.
Yeah, I got to say, I'm seeing a lot more quick starts in this than I do in college folk style. And I remember coaching a lot of guys who complained it's tough to get out on bottom. I think the argument that it's a little bit more of a mentality and choice is definitely coming to the forefront here with this new pylon.
Again, no riding time, but if you ride the entire period, you get 2 points. And 1 more point here for Lautt on the pylon. Again, this is where the strategy comes in, because if you're McBryde, you've been able to ride in this entire period, but you're losing around 3-0.
Absolutely, and even if you do ride in the remainder of the period, you're only going to get 2 points. So
and lose the round.
Exactly. So McBryde's got to think how he's going to handle this.
Unless you can maybe force some stall calls on the bottom guy.
Or a turn.
Yes.
But we haven't seen McBryde really get close with a pinning combination. He's done a really good job hustle riding, keeping good forward pressure, but that can sometimes work in your detriment as guys are crawling towards these pylons.
Good breakdown there from Muhamed.
Interesting to see him stick with the ride here. Again, he's been active and he's been doing a good job of riding, but he's not working towards pinning combinations, and the ref sees that as well, giving a stall point to Lautt on the bottom.
Yeah, McBryde didn't like that call. He's controlled this period. He's just been outscored.
Absolutely. You think about if this was a folk style match, you know, he would have the advantage on riding time and Lautt would be in a really difficult spot. He scored 4 points in the course of a minute. Now 5. Even though McBryde's been working pretty hard in the top position.
1-1 going into the 4th period, 30 seconds.
So 1-1 in rounds as they head to the 4th round. Be sure to check out CLAW Wrestling on social media. Facebook, X, and Instagram at @CLAW_wrestling. Check out the website, WrestleClaw.com. Really good crowd here, Mike, inside Independence High School.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's great to see folks come out, support this new professional league, and the crowd's been really engaged. You saw it on full effect in that previous round with Lewis and Messer, but they've been great all day.
So Lautt gets the choice. He goes on bottom, and because of that, he will surrender a point to McBryde. That's interesting. Guy rides it the entire period. It's your choice, and you pick bottom.
Well, absolutely. I mean, you saw him get ridden pretty much for 55 seconds, but he was up, 4-0 towards the end of that period. Gets the quick escape here and goes up 2-1. We'll see who can get something going on their feet. Both guys doing a good job of getting to ties and hand fighting, but outside of McBryde's nice far ankle pick, not a ton of offense we've seen.
Lautt gets the quick escape, quick score bonus point to take the 2-1 lead. It was a scoreless first round, so they tie. There's going to be a step out, I believe. So it's a point to McBryde.
Push that point. Tied up in this period 2-2.
50 seconds, fourth round. 2-2 in this fourth round. Lautt leading overall 8-6.
And even though McBryde's been doing a good job on neutral, again, the only offensive takedown, doing a good job with the hand fight, Lautt's mat awareness and activity on the bottom position in that second round helped him get a bunch of points and win in that kind of net score you see on the far right of the scoreboard.
The urgency on bottom, getting the pylons. McBryde looking for an underhook. Left side. Trying to work Lautt towards that edge. Another point on the push-out for McBryde. And 9 seconds left in this round.
And interesting, you see McBryde here up in this round, but down in the overall net score.
Not looking for a throw late. Good defense there by McBryde. So McBryde win 2 rounds to 1.
Yeah, again, that first round, nobody won because they ended in a tie, so it basically became a 3-round bout. Lautt doing a good job on bottom, but McBryde coming in late.
So McBryde wins 2 rounds to 1, wins 9-8 in the match, so it's 5 for the win, and then margin of victory 1 point, so 6 points go on the board here for the Cicadas. Mike Malinconico was with our winner at 185 pounds, Muhamed McBryde.
Excellent performance. You did a great job of kind of grinding out the hand fight, really kind of grinding it out on top. Is that indicative of the way that you try to wrestle every day?
Sure. Hands down in your face. Might not score a lot. But I'll break it down.
Yeah, you do. Here's the thing, though. Did you know you had to score there in that last 10 seconds?
For sure. And I knew he was coming too. Yeah. So I was just waiting a little bit. Got to my hook. I've been working that body lock a little. Paid off.
Awesome job. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good job, bro.
Mo McBryde gets the win, but the story is Logan Messer. He gets the pin at 174 pounds, 25 points for the Enforcers at that weight class. They lead at 67-22 with 2 matches to go.
So what are you thinking?
I'm thinking about our honeymoon. What about Africa, safari, hot air balloon ride, swim with elephants? Wait, can we afford a safari?
Great question. Like everything, takes a little planning.
Or put the money towards a down payment?
On a ranch?
In Montana?
With horses.
Let's take a look at those scenarios.
JP Morgan Wealth Management has advisors in Chase branches and tools like Wealth Plan to help keep you on track. When you're planning for it all, the answer is JP Morgan Wealth Management.
So boom, boom, boom. 3 points on the board for McCoy. to this for all the marbles.
Back here at the 2024 CLAW Invitational. Battle of the mascots, the Enforcer on your lefts. All the way from Cradle City, it's the Cicada. There on your rights, it's been a good day for the Enforcers. They lead it 67-22. 2 matches to go, 199 pounds for the Enforcers. Chip Ness out of Beaufort, Georgia, the 4-time state champion, 2-time All-American at North Carolina. And Ian Bush from Cameron, West Virginia, wrestling for the Mountaineers. And head coach Tim Flynn in Morgantown. Looking at the results, Reineri Ortega got the Enforcers off to a good start. Allan Hart was super impressive at 144 pounds. And then that 1-2-3 punch, Parker, Dowling, and that big blow from Logan Messer, who gets the pin. He stuck Daniel Lewis at 174. And you have Muhamed McBryde getting the win at 185 pounds. The Cicadas need a pair of pins to win it, and it will not be easy when you have Chip Ness, a 2-time All-American, wrestling for the Enforcers at 199, and then really our showcase matchup at 250 pounds. It'll be a collision of All-Americans with Zach Elam there for the Cicadas, wrestling Tay Gadali for the Enforcers.
Ian Bush from West Virginia.
Chip Ness goes to a 2-on-1. Chip Ness, 4-time Georgia State champion, 168-1 record. Then at the national tournament in 2018 was 7th, 6th in 2019.
Ian Bush, 2-time.
Headbutt there accidentally from Chip Ness. And Bush slap hands, center of the mat. They're back at it, no score. 30 seconds into this first round.
Yeah, Ness doing a good job digging that left side underhook. Bush doing a good job defending, not letting Ness get his head on that side and really control the position. Stalemate there from the referee.
Bush, 3-time finalist, 2-time state champion at Cameron High School in West Virginia. And now Chip Ness. Poked in the left eye. Short time here in this first round. Double unders here from Bush. Trying to jack up Chip Ness or run him out of bounds. No points there on the edge. That was close.
Yeah, Bush did a good job recognizing where they were at on the mat, where the clock was. Tried to get that push-out point, but Ness a really good job circling and preventing him from doing so.
So it is end of the first round. Nobody wins the round. We move on to the second round. Bush with the choice. He'll go on bottom. Ian Bush and the Cicadas down 67-22. They need 2 pins to win this as Bush hits the pylon. 1-0. How about the job Cayden Henschel has done as the GM of the Enforcers?
He's done a fantastic job. They've looked really good, really sharp all day. Bush also getting in that sequence, in addition to the pylon point, the escape, and the quick score bonus. So he's got a 3-0 lead right now with 30 seconds left in the second round. Both guys struggling to get something going on their feet, so those points that Bush just got, really big. Let's see if Ness can respond here with a good shot.
Neutral danger, as you mentioned, does apply here. As Bush able to roll through, the scramble continues in the final seconds of the second round, and Ian Bush will take the round 3-0. So now Chip Ness will have his choice.
Ian Bush wins the period 3-0.
And he'll go on bottom.
Choice starts in the final position for the Enforcers.
Coffee grinder position there, Mike McMullan. You know that's a coffee grinder.
I think we call it a bow and arrow on the East Coast, but nonetheless, Bush doing a good job of getting some forward pressure on top, controlling Ness. But we've seen with some of these guys on top with a lot of forward pressure, the bottom guy actually can use that to their benefit to get to these pylons. That being said, Bush has done a really good job of finding that right balance of pressure but control, which is really important here in CLAW.
Great strategy right there as he gives the escape near the edge, pushes him out of bounds.
Really savvy wrestling by Bush, basically takes away that escape by getting that push out point. Gives himself a shot to win this round with 30 seconds left.
30 seconds here, guys. A lot of pummeling with these two guys.
A lot of movement, a lot of twitching, but guys not really committing to angles, trying to create solid attacks.
Straight on shot there from Ness.
Good sequence there.
And they award the takedown to Bush in the final seconds.
2 points.
So Ian Bush
wins the period.
Takes the round. It's at 5-1. Some good action.
Yeah, you see Ness with a really good straight-on shot. Bush doing a good job reacting, getting behind. Again, no reaction time here. So Bush has that control. Even though Ness is scrambling, able to secure that takedown and take the round.
Team winners get an additional $500 apiece.
8 matches. The winners go home with $3,500. And if your team wins, it's an additional $500. And we have a challenge brick coming in from the Enforcers. But you said it, Mike, no reaction time.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think the Enforcers are looking to see if there was control at some point from Bush. Even though Ness was moving around in that scramble, I think Bush had enough to get behind and get that takedown, but we'll see on the replay if that's the case.
So the officials discussing. Another look, short time in the round.
Yeah, I think towards that, right there, you see him behind the shoulders of Ness. Ness does turn into a hip ice under to try to keep the action going, but I think that's enough to warrant the takedown. We'll see if the officials agree.
Chip Ness pleading his case.
There, I think he's got it. I think he gets behind. Ness is on the mat. Again, hip heist quick, But again, no reaction time, so I think that's enough to give Bush the takedown. This is a big decision. If Bush gets this and this call stands, he's up 2-0 on the rounds heading into the fourth.
So Chip Ness is here at the table pleading his case to us. So his frustration is the score. He's saying he doesn't know if the score was right or he saw something else. So that's kind of where some of the confusion comes in. And I will say this, and this is just the way it is, the way the scoreboard is configured, that first column is the rounds. The second column is the score of the current round being wrestled, and that far right column is the cumulative score. So I can't speak for Chip Ness, but perhaps, maybe he saw the wrong score, maybe he didn't. But at any rate, a little bit of a delay right here, and I know they want to keep this thing moving along and get this thing back on track, but you see the frustrations from Chip Ness. Now they're looking the final seconds of the round.
Yeah, I think right there, he's under both arms, he's behind. It's tricky because Ness's hands are not on the mat once he gets there.
And I would also note this, the call on the mat was 2.
So the officials need to have definitive proof that the call can be overturned.
2024 championship finals here at the CLAW Invitational. Shane Sparks along with 4-time All-American Mike McMullan, also joined by Mike Malinconico, and Wayne and Zach Beaver had the draft last night after a day of wrestling. Again, special thanks to our GMs, Billy Baldwin and Cayden Henschel. Been a lot of fun, claw wrestling, the action, a lot of scoring, quick stalemate and stall calls, urgency. The officials are continuing to look at the monitor. Again, Claw looking to launch a professional league. Plan is to kick things off in October of 2025.
I think it is close because Bush does get behind both of those arms, but Ness technically does not have his hands on the mat when he gets there. This is towards the end of the sequence, but I think it's close.
Looking at the clock in the upper left-hand corner, perhaps time ran out.
That's close.
Yeah, from that, looking at that review, if that
right
clock
there,
indeed is correct, I think time runs out. It says 0.
I think
Doesn't
you're right.
have control or a takedown there, clearly.
But there he's got both arms under. You've got one on the clock.
So Chip Ness is telling me that he saw 1-1, and I think, so Mike, you and I are seeing a score across the mat. I'm not sure if the scoreboard is different here on the table, and that's what Chip Ness is saying as he comes to the table talking to us.
Yeah, I think when we see here on the top left.
All right, so, yeah, Chip Ness is saying, I thought this is what the score was, and because it was short time, I would have never taken that shot had that been the situation. So, at any rate, hey, in the sport of wrestling, Mike, or any sport for that matter, sometimes things don't go your way. You gotta stay poised, you gotta persevere. Bottom line is this, it is 2-0. Ian Bush, who starts bottom here in this fourth round, up 5-1, the cumulative scoreboard.
Yeah, and you'll see no points given up by either wrestler in this fourth round, which means both deferred, and the choice went to a coin flip. So Ness starting on top, looking to be pretty aggressive here.
Slides a leg in off the whistle. And getting that pylon point, Bush scoring first in this fourth round.
And Ness is a great wrestler, but if you're Bush, you've got to start thinking about that team component. You feel like you have the lead locked up, you're going to win the match, but any points you can get can help chip away at that big lead that the Enforcers have over the Cicadas.
Straight on shot there from Chip Ness. Bush gets behind and gets the takedown down the edge. 2 more for the Cicada Bush. And he is in control, 5-0 in this 4th round. And now 10-1.
Exactly. You see 10-1 on the team on the aggregate score. If he wins, he's getting 14 towards his team. He's got to be thinking score, score, score.
And good job there from Ian Bush as he knocks the pylon himself. It's been a physical match with these two.
Absolutely. Physical, tactical.
Both guys heavy on the head, collar ties, snaps.
If you're Ness, you got to be thinking big.
Home run.
You're not going to win on rounds. He's got 15 seconds. Let's see if he goes for a feet-to-back combo here.
Final 10 seconds.
Oh, and he goes for it.
And Ness will score a takedown. But Ian Bush wins 3 rounds and gets the 10-4 win. So it's 11 points for the Cicadas on the team scoreboard. Early on, talked about the physicality, little inadvertent headbutt there from Chip Ness. This match was chippy.
That's right, Shane. Both guys really coming out aggressive, hard hand fight. And then Bush really started to see some success, getting the angles, getting around the corner, that controversial call at the end of round 3. And then here you see Bush continuing with that aggression on the bottom, getting that pylon point, continuing to set the tone, and a really impressive win from Ian Bush.
Ian Bush is down center mat with Mike Malinconico.
Awesome job, Ian Bush. Look, things got a little bit heated in that hand fight. Okay, things get chippy sometimes. I get it, right? It happens. Okay, now here's my question to you. How do you stay in position like that while you're in that type of hand fight?
I mean, it's just muscle memory at that point. Staying in position, that's what you always want to do. So muscle memory, practice, that's what it's for.
Awesome job, man. Congratulations.
Appreciate
Good
it.
job.
Ian Bush, your winner at 199 pounds, 11 team points for the Cicadas. And now 250 pounds. What a showdown. A pair of All-Americans, Cayden Henschel from Campbell. And he will square off against Zach Elam, 2-time All-American from Missouri, coming off a 4th place finish at the NCAA Championships. And Mike, you're a 4-time All-American at heavyweights. I mean, give some love to the big guys.
No, I'm excited for this match. This is, in my opinion, the marquee match of the night. It's great that the heavyweights are bringing us home. And you look at both of these guys' body types, they're mobile, they're athletic, they're going to be offensive, and that's the theme of CLAW. So we've got the right guys to get things going at the heavyweight bout here.
They had to reset the scoreboard. That is why. Quick break in the action. Cayden Henschel from Warren, Michigan, outside of Detroit. Wrestles at Campbell. 4-time national qualifier for the Camels, coming off an 8th place finish. He's a 3-time Southern Conference champion. And he brings some flair. I mean, he likes the big stage, smile on his face, enjoys competing and throwing down a little bit.
Absolutely. And you look at his college career, and he's gotten better every single year. And a lot of guys in college, they kind of have what they have, and they kind of plateau from a skill perspective. He's gotten better every single year, improving at the NCAA tournament, and coming off a really strong 2024.
Began his career in college at 197 before bumping up to heavyweight. Of course, Zach Elam, Staley High School, wrestled for Gary Mahab, Kansas City, Missouri, won 3 Missouri state titles, and goes to wrestle for the Tigers two-time All-American, 5-time qualifier, junior world silver. He was 4th in 2024, and you said it. Showdown here at 250, the featured match here in these championship finals of the 2024 CLAW Invitational.
And both these guys doing a good job of slight movements, good fakes. Nobody really committing to trying to get an angle yet.
These two wrestled once in college. Elam won that match. The Enforcers will win this duel as the most points that Elam can score is 25 with the fall. He would still be short, so the Enforcers are going to go. And look at this. There is 2 points for the exposure. Dowling. Those are huge points, Mike, inside of 10 seconds.
Absolutely. I think that's the first implementation we've seen of the exposure so far this entire match.
Feet to back. Feet to back for 2.
Absolutely, yeah. Really good incorporation of freestyle rules. And Gadali doing a good job of recognizing short time on the clock, not able to get his offense going, but using the rule set to his advantage to take that round.
It's a head pinch to take the round. And now Gadali will go on bottom. Good look at Tay Gadali. Scott Santos has done a phenomenal job there at Campbell. Now Gadali looking to get that pylon. He scores the points. Ball ride from Elam. Sinks it in, riding that right side. Elam is an absolute beast on top. We saw him in that match against Colton Schultz. He rode the Sun Devil for 4 or 5 minutes. He was on top a lot.
Absolutely. No, he's really strong from the top position. We'll see what he can do here with this different rule set. Gadali did a good job of recognizing the pylon opportunity and the quick score bonus. So even though he's still on bottom, he's up 2-0 right now.
There's a caution on Elam. His brother Rocky still at Missouri. Has 1 more year left. Yeah, one thing in watching this today, Mike, the strategy is a lot of fun.
Absolutely. There's so many dimensions. The bottom guy, again, we've seen a lot of movement off the whistle, which you're not seeing as much in the college folk style season, but good job there, Elam, almost getting some of the back points.
But yeah, Cicadas bench wanted the 1 count.
Yeah, but doing a really good job of just recognizing some of these situational opportunities to get more points, even if you're not able to get the escape.
So now down to 10 seconds. If Elam can ride him these final seconds of the round, he'll get the 2 points, and it'll be a 2-2 round. That will be the case. So Elam rides Gadali the entire 60 seconds of round 2. The 2 points are awarded.
Elam, 6-2, right out, 2-2.
Because that round ended in a tie, Shane, still 1-0 for Gadali.
Now Elam with the choice. He'll go on bottom.
In the 3rd tier, period. Elam starts in the bottom position for the Cicadas.
Similar situation as we saw last round. This time Elam crawls over, knocks the pylon over.
Yeah, and you heard the Enforcers bench there saying to cut him, which makes sense because it's the quick score bonus. He's going to get the 1 point plus the double.
Pylon escape.
A lot of strategy that comes into play with these multiple dimensions on the bottom wrestling.
So Elam gets the pylon, the escape, quick score bonus. 3 points on the board for Zach Elam here in this 3rd round. With that, he takes the lead overall 5-4. But it's really about the rounds. Inside of 30 seconds.
It's a good shot by Elam, but really good defense by Gadali to bring him back up to the top.
Gadali was like a wall, neutralizes it with that underhook. He's strong. Both these guys are strong.
Yeah, strong, athletic, good reactions. Both guys, again, good movement, but no one's been quite able to get in on a deep attack from the neutral position.
So Elam is going to win this round to tie the rounds at 1-1. To the fourth round we go.
1-1. 10 periods going into the fourth.
Here's Zach Elam. Good start to the round. He crawls over, gets that pylon, gets the escape, the quick score bonus. Lead opening 15 seconds as they work on Zach Elam in that Cicada corner. Discussing strategy, I'm sure. Good crowd here inside Independence High School. Great to see, Mike. A lot of the young wrestlers. Grow that fan base. Best sport in the world. Come on out. Let's go.
Absolutely. It's great to see in the summer months an opportunity to watch top caliber wrestling, giving these guys an opportunity to compete outside of the college season. And the fans love it. It's been a great afternoon.
Grab your phone right now and follow @CLAW_wrestling on Facebook, on X, and on Instagram. When this is over, check out the website, WrestleClaw.com. So in this fourth round,
yeah, we had there, Gadali had the choice. He deferred. Elam chose down, gave up 1 point in the process to Gadali, but coming out of that third round, saw a lot of success from the bottom position, able to get an escape here, plus the quick score bonus to go up 2-1 in the fourth.
So really good strategy there from Elam to give up the point so he could have the choice, knowing he could score in that bottom position.
Good shot by Gadali, but even better defense from Elam to get that leg back and force the stalemate by the referees.
I mean, you get underneath Elam, those are cinder block hips. Against a guy like him, you better score quickly.
You have to go quick. You have to work up quick once you get in on the leg. Talking from experience here. Those are big legs that you got to attack, so you want to avoid having all of that weight come down on you.
Do you have nightmares about Adam Kuhn's hips 2-3 times a year? Waking up at like 2 in the morning in an all-out sweat, just
Yeah, my wife yells at me and says, "What's wrong with you? What's going on? Is there a burglar in the house?" I said, "Nope, it's Adam Kuhn."
45 seconds. Elam leading this round 2-1. Getting that quick escape. So he wrestled some amazing heavyweights, no question. Here's 2 more.
It's been great to see the weight class, I think, evolve over the past 10 years or so. You're seeing more guys with this kind of 240, 250 body type that are mobile, offensive. These guys both exemplify that, but it's been really fun to watch the weight class evolve.
They bring the towel out quick, wipe the sweat off, the CLAW logo, center of the mat.
Gadali's got to be thinking push out. He hasn't really been able to get deep on his offense. He got that high crotch, but wasn't able to convert.
Now Elam dives in at a single leg. If nothing else, this will take some time off the clock, the quick stalemate. But if you're Elam, you do that a couple more times, probably secure the win.
And Gadali did a good job in that first round of utilizing that exposure rule by getting the 2 points for that chest lock. So let's see if he maybe comes back to that with 13 seconds left.
Fun match at 250 pounds. Elam takes the round 2-1 and takes 2 rounds.
Are your team champions.
Zach Elam scoring the points on bottom.
Yeah, really recognizing the rule set to his advantage, capitalizing on that pylon point, getting the escape here. Doing a good job of scoring points on bottom. And then again here, just doing a good job, building his base up, getting that escape point. Really solid work. Scoring a lot of points from the bottom position.
Mike Malinconico is with our winner at 250 pounds.
Zach Elam, the only way that you can stay in frame is by putting your hands on your knees like that with me in the frame. Now listen, it looked like there was a little bit of a learning curve for you out there. Took you to the second, third period to kind of figure out the scoring and stuff like that. Is that about right?
Yeah, I didn't wrestle yesterday, so it was a little tough trying to adjust mid-match, but it worked out. So
it did work out. Now, here's the thing, though. You were super active in the end of that bout to hold that lead. You think you would have done that on an NCAA mat?
If I had a stall call to not give, yeah, I would have let it fly. But you know, it tastes tough, and you just gotta stay active the whole entire match.
Congratulations, great job today.
Appreciate it.
Fun day of wrestling here at the 2024 CLAW Invitational Championship Finals. Final score, the Enforcers over the Cicadas, 67-40. Love seeing that score. Back to wrap it up after this.
This is your journey. The road ahead may be difficult, but you like it that way.
Back inside Independence High School, you are seeing that correctly. That is not a basketball score, that is a wrestling score. 67-40. Some great action, all kinds of fun today. Shane Sparks, along with Mike McMullan. And Mike, these last couple of days, highly entertaining. It was fun to watch, it was fun to call as a broadcaster, and all I know is this: don't look away for 2 seconds because you might have missed 3 or 4 points.
Absolutely. We saw a ton of different ways to score points throughout the matches. A lot of guys winning on bottom, moving, getting these pylon points, going quick off the whistle, capitalizing on the quick score bonus. A lot of guys, the difference was their bottom wrestling, which is not something I would say in a folk style match. So clearly some opportunities to get alternative points from the neutral and top position. Really, really interesting rule set that resulted in some great actions.
For the Enforcers, as I mentioned, they win at 67-40. Looking at some of these highlights, at 153 pounds, this was really the guy that got things going with the big points. Great strategy. Ian Parker getting it done.
Absolutely. Ian Parker really solid in all positions, particularly on the neutral side, getting to the leg quickly, getting those takedowns. Keating really tough on top, doing a good job of riding. But given the rule set, not able to get a lot from just riding and getting riding time, Parker doing a good job of getting takedowns, getting pylons, and a really big victory for the Enforcers.
163 pounds, Caleb Dowling, he got a tech fall, which was 20 team points. He defeated Evan Maag of the Cicadas. Another big win, 20 points in the team score, that always helps.
Absolutely, and you can see Maag here a little banged up after that first round, that right shoulder not feeling great, but Dowling really kept the pressure on, scoring from a ton of different positions, and a huge team win for the Enforcers.
And how about this? 174 pounds, Logan Messer and Daniel Lewis. Many would have taken Daniel Lewis, the 4-time All-American from Missouri, but Logan Messer, Mike, he had some other plans.
Yeah, Daniel Lewis, the mayor of Cradle City, coming into this match as the big favorite. Started out hot in round 1, but Messer getting this miracle quick in the second round, getting to the back, taking that time to readjust, and getting the huge win via fall over the 4-time All-American from Missouri.
Logan Messer cinches up that headlock, and a pin here at CLAW is 25 points. The Enforcers never look back. Let's send it to Mike Malinconico. He's with the Enforcers, Ian Parker.
Ian Parker, you look, first of all, and congratulations on the win today for the team.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I think there was a lot of great action on both sides, but I was proud of the Enforcers today. We came after it. We scrapped. We took the opportunities when they were there, and we came on top. It was fun.
Tell me what's going through your head when you see Logan Messer lock up that Merkle and start to get a fall there.
Well, I'll tell you what, the first time he gets his escape, goes straight for that headlock, it was exhilarating. We were losing at that point in the round in the match, and then the second time you could tell that guy's drilled that before. He slapped that inside leg in right to the Merkle there. It was fun, man. And I did not want to be in that move. I feel bad for Daniel Lewis there, but it was awesome. Yeah.
Awesome job. Congratulations again. Thanks for coming out.
Yeah,
brother. Appreciate it.
2024 CLAW Invitational Championship Finals. What a fun day. The scoreboard is exhausted. 67-40 the final score. The Enforcers, your winners. Want to thank Mike Malinconico along with Zach and Wayne Beaver and Mike McMullan. It's been a blast. Big thanks to our production crew. I'm Shane Sparks saying so long from Virginia. Again, the final score, the Enforcers 67, the Cicadas 40.